Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let we discuss about the process, a novel data embedding method using adaptive pixel pair matching. Let me see the abstract of the process. The common methodology in data embedding is that in sender side the data that is to be hidden is placed within the pixel values of the cover image, producing the stego image. In the receiver side, the embedded data in the stego image is retrieved by reversing the same process that is employed for embedding. The data that is to be hidden is embedded in the images using pixel pair matching method, a method that embeds the data inside an image with the help of pixel pair matching is proposed. The pixels in the images were divided into blocks and the secret message is placed in the blocks identified and the locations were saved as the key for the embedding process. The process reduces the distortions in the stego image and hence the identification of the data in the image is a complicated one. In the pre-processing, basic steps like reading image, resizing image and filtering image were applied. The images were pre-processed using median filter. Median filter is a common filter for all the types of noises occurring in the images and hence median filter is chosen. The secret message were initially converted into a matrix format which is known as the embedding sequence. The cover image is divided into blocks. In each blocks, the pixels with minimum value is identified. The pixels in the positions were replaced by the message sequence. The pixel locations were saved as the key values for the extraction process also. The process is employed for the complete images. The embedded bits were obtained by reversing the embedding process. The image device divided into small blocks using the key obtained. The pixels where the message bits were located is identified. From the identified pixels locations, the embedding sequences is obtained. The embedding sequences is reconstructed into a message. The pixel pair matching process improves the performance of the embedding process. The neighboring pixel points in the images were identified based on embedding data and they are replaced by the original information. For the identification of the neighbor pixels, pixel pair matching process is proposed. The pixel pair matching process identifies the next pixel to be chosen, which is used for the extraction and the neighborhood selection. The minimum value is calculated such that all the message bits can be embedded. Message digits are consequently concealed into a pair of pixels. The performances of the process is measured with the help of the calculation of compression ratio, PSNR and MSE. Compression ratio identifies the capacity of the bits located in the image. PSNR and the MSE values indicates the similarities between the input and the output message image. The measured performances indicates that the proposed system is capable of hiding the messages with better accuracy and the process is reversible also and hence it has numerous applications. Let me see the flow of the process. First, the input images is obtained. This is the cover image. The cover image is basically pre-processed and pixel pair matching methodology is employed. So in the pixel pair matching, the cover image is divided into blocks. Secret image is got and embedding sequences were obtained from the calculated secret message. The embedding sequences were placed in the cover image by locating and replacing the pixels. After that, as a result, the key and the embedded image is obtained. Key refers to the locations where the pixels were hidden and the embedded image is the final embedded sequences that we have got. The embedded image and the key were then forwarded to the receiver. So the receiver decrypt the processes, reverse the same processes that is employed in the sender side and obtain the secret message and the cover image. In the receiver side, initially the embedded image is taken and based on the key, the pixel pair matching process is reversed exactly. That is, uh, locate and replace the pixels and obtain the embedding sequences. Before that, the regions were divided into blocks and the locating processes and the replacing pixels were employed. So while replacing, based on the key, the pixels locations were obtained and the messages were taken separately. So based on this, the process is repeated and we obtain the overall embedded sequences and the cover image that we have got in the base. So finally the secret message and the cover images were retrieved. The overall performances of the processes were measured in terms of PSNR, MSE and error rate calculations. Let me see the execution of the process. If you want to run the code, select the file main.m, which is located in the source code folder. Right click it and click on run file. You will get the user interface to run the process. So this is the user interface and this contains the buttons and the display accesses for the execution of the process. Select any one of the image as the cover image. After the selection of the images, basic pre-processing is employed in order to smoothen the overall intensity of the input image. Hence, the overall intensity of the images were smoothened and the pre-processed images were obtained. This is employed based on the median filtering operation applied to the input images and the overall intensities were smoothened. After that, the secret messages were obtained from the user. So we can give any one of the secret message here. So after giving the secret message, we apply OK. So now we apply the embedding process, which is based on pixel pair matching. So the data is embedded in the image. This is the pre-processed image and this is the image with the data embedded. As we can see, the differences between these two images were very low and hence the guessing of the identification of the secret informations within this image is difficult. After that, this image is sent to the receiver. So the receiver extracts the data. So first the receiver extracts the data and after that the cover image is also retrieved. So this is the secret information that we have provided and this is the cover image that is given as the input. So based on the pixel pair matching processes, the embedding and the extraction of the processes were done and finally the performances of the processes were measured in terms of compression ratio, MSE and PSNR. So as we can see, the PSNR value is high and MSE value is low, compression value is low and hence this indicates that the overall performances of the processes is improved. Thus we have embedded the data within the images based on pixel pair matching methodologies and we have extracted the data with the same methodology. So this process can be used for embedding and extraction of the data from the images. So this process is reversible and hence it can be used for all the applications. Thank you.